Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's Belinda here from Visualized NZ. Please excuse me, I've got a froggy throat. So I am going to do Margarete Miller challenge for week 4. So I've got my little list of things here. This is week 3's collage, so I'm just going to work on the back of that. I need to remember my holes will be punched on this side, so down this side, so I need to remember that. I'm just going to mark it like that. So the prompts for week 4, something folded. So for something folded, I've got some tea bag folding, which I'll talk a bit more about shortly. Housework, I've got this cool image from a magazine of someone singing to a vacuum cleaner. I thought that was a bit of fun. An ocean creature, so I found this cool illustration, if I can detach him here, of a hermit crab out of a children's encyclopedia, and I thought that was super cool. Random piece of washi tape. I've got my washi tapes in front of me at the top of my desk. Art scrap, well, I've got these papers here, painty papers here that I've made, and wrapping paper is the bonus. So I've got this scrap of wrapping paper that I have no idea how long I've had it. I pulled it out of my filing cabinet, which is where I used to store my scraps of wrapping paper, and I thought that would work well because it's neutral enough, but it's still pretty. So let's get going. I'll put these aside, and I thought I might start with putting down some of this. Sounds like a good place to start. So hope you're all having a wonderful day today. It's a bright sunny day out there now. It was super cold yesterday. I ended up lighting the fire for a little bit because I was just so cold. But today I'm toughing it out. It's sunny, it's bright, it should warm up. Oh, I almost ripped that to the exact size I need. That's random and funny. And it's also upside down. We don't want upside down butterfly, do we? How about we put it this way up? So it's not quite the right size, but that's okay. We can work with that. So I'm going to line it up on this bottom edge and then just trim off the side that's not straight. Glue stick, yeah, let's go glue stick. Normally I'd just use tacky glue for this big sheet, but I don't know, I'm just feeling glue stick, so let's go glue stick. Maybe because my hubby came home with 6 new glue sticks for me, which is super cool. I've been going through quite a few, and I had stocked up because all the back to school sales, my favourite brand was on special. So I had stocked up and I had 6 set aside already, and then I went to buy some more while they were still cheap to stock up for the year or for however long they'll last, and they'd run out of the brand I like. So he went online, ordered me some, and he ordered another 6. So I've now got 12 glue sticks in readiness to use whenever I need them, which is awesome. But he bought the package in because they were delivered to his work, and he bought the courier package in, and he thought he'd only ordered 4, but I knew he'd ordered 6 because he told me he'd ordered 6. And then he said, oh, you've already got glue sticks up in there. Did you know that? And I was like, yeah, I did. I think he had ordered them for me, not realizing that I actually had a stash. He doesn't mind, like he knows I use them and I need them, and I just thought it made sense to stock up while they were cheap, because they were like $1 cheaper than their regular price, and that's quite a significant saving, you know. So I've got 12 glue sticks up there. That's $12 saved and I'll be using all of them, and I'll probably still run out. I don't know how long they'll last me, but I'll still run out before the end of the year. So it's all about saving. Okay, so that's our wrapping paper, the bonus. I've got 2 painty papers here. These are actually scans of my painty papers. They're not the originals. And I've made the paper folding out of this painty paper. So I'm going to use this one. And I think I'm going to stick it upside down. The music will be upside down, but I don't think that matters. And I'm going to try and give it a more interesting tear than just tearing straight down. Tear that off at the bottom. It's so much fun having these painty papers to work with, whether they're the originals or copies. They're just awesome, particularly for collage. Just really fun. So I have done a project with the originals, which I am super excited about. Not quite yet. What sort of word is that? Yeti. Not quite ready to share with you just yet what that is, but very soon. I've got some more work to do on getting it ready, which will be Friday, I think. I'll be away for the day, and I'm going to take the project with me and hopefully bring it to a point where I can release it on early next week or sometime next week. And I've got some computer work to do for it as well, which I need to do at home, so I might get that done this week before I spend my day out. I don't know. Right, so we've got now our art scrap, our wrapping paper. So let's have a look where we might want to stick these. Can we get them to play a little bit together, interact? Maybe like that, or do we want to get her on top of the... No, I think I like it the way I had it. Sort of something like this, in between her claw, in between its claws, like that. And our paper folding. So teabag folding, if you don't know what teabag folding is, it's basically folding decorative bits of paper to form a pattern, and it's usually like a star pattern or flower pattern or something like that. There's lots of free tutorials and patterns online. I had to go and refresh my memory because it had been a long time since I'd done paper folding, or teabag folding. And the origins are that it used to be done with teabag covers, and that's why it's called teabag folding. And once you've folded all your little tiles, they're called tiles, then they go together in an arrangement to form your design. And I thought this would be cool to meet the prompt for folded. So they go together like this. They don't quite meet properly, so I'll have a little hole in the center, which is just fine by me. It doesn't worry me at all. I did check that they all sort of fitted together, but rather than fiddling with that, I'll wait till I glue them together. And where do I want them? That's the thing. Kind of want them to show up a little bit, and they're getting a wee bit lost. So I could do them on the edge there, so that sticks out there. Yeah, I think that's fine. So I'll stick that there somewhere, roughly there, and then add some washi tape. Here, am I missing anything? Ocean creature, housework, art scrap, wrapping paper, and then washi tape. No, all good. So let's pop this down. So this is going to be quite a quick collage, so maybe I'll show you the paper, the teabag folding, how to make this one here, once I've got this all glued down. If you'd like to see how to do that, then stick around after I've got this collage together. Right, I want to slide the claw under the edge of this picture, so I'm just going to stick the bottom bit down so I can get this fellow. Oops, try not to gouge out my glue stick on all these little feelers and bits of pieces that I've cut out. I just love this image though, it's super cool, and the size of it doesn't really lend itself to like putting on a pocket or something. A journal card it would probably be okay, but so collage is a, oh, I stuck that over a bit too far. Oops, let's just peel you up. The beauty of glue stick, you've got a little bit of time to fiddle around with things. Right, let's pop you there, and I've got some glue I see on one of the claws that came up. Whoops, I can stick you down properly now. Oh, I think that's fun. It's cute. Such a cute hermit crab. There we go. Okay, so I do want the tacky glue for the tea bag folding because they're a wee bit weightier with having been folded up, and I did glue them shut as well. Typically you don't, well, not that I've discovered anyway, but I wanted them to not get damaged or anything, so I glued them flat so that they would sit nicely on my page. So I'm just going to put, and you can put these up either way, so you could choose which way up you wanted them. I've chosen to go this way. So, and I might need to adjust them a little bit because I do know they don't fit together seamlessly, because my folding was a little bit random in terms of how far I folded each one over, and so I did a bit of refolding, and that's just part of it, and part of the process, doing little adjustments. So hopefully I can still jiggle these around a little bit. Oops, and I just glued the wrong side. What a dilly. Oops, now I just want to wipe that off. There we go, I'm sure that'll be fine. And let's glue the side I want to glue down. Pay attention, girl, pay attention. Right, so I'm just trying to allow for that hole in the middle that I know will end up there. Now I've got sticky fingers. Ugh, gross. Because the tacky glue does set very quickly and firmly, so I may not have a lot of time to play around with the position. Okay, and the last piece of our tea bag folded shape. Oh yeah, no, I haven't quite allowed the right spacing. Let's just jiggle it a little bit, overlap it a bit, and that's all good. It still looks fine. I haven't quite done it right, but it still looks fine. Right, so all we've got to do now is add the washi tape. Take a wee sip of my coffee. Fortunately, my frog seems to have gone into hibernation. Now, what colour washi would suit this? I've got all sorts of colours gone. I've got green, purple, red, pink, blue. I've got the rainbow. I've got black and white. So maybe a bit of black and white might be the way to go. I've got brown too, of course. all over the show colour-wise. That's a rainbow page, and that's okay. I'm quite happy with it. I think it's fun. This is a new washi tape. I just picked this up last week, so I haven't used it yet. And it's this cool black and white stripe with some text, little pieces of text. So I think one up here, just to kind of tie those together. And I'll look at doing 3 lots because that's aesthetically pleasing. Pop it in here. And where do I want another bit? Down here? No. I think down here. Maybe? Oh no, I can't decide. Oh no. It's so important, isn't it? It's the most important thing in the world where you slap down a bit of washi tape. Right, it's going there. Just because it's going there. So there is our little collage for week 4. So just to make sure that we've got everything, something folded, housework, ocean creature, random piece of washi, an art scrap, and wrapping paper for the bonus. Yes, we have covered everything. So that's done. Week 4 is done. So because that didn't take very long, let's show you a bit of tea bag folding. So a lot of tea bag folding is done with little squares because tea bag covers are square. Sometimes they do it with oblong shapes, but the one I've done is using circles. So I'm just taking my circle punch and I'll do it out of the same paper. So I need 6 circles. So 1, come out of there. 2, oh, not wanting to pull out properly. And this is a 2-inch circle punch that I'm using. 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, come out. There we go. So 6 circles, and now all we need to do is fold them. So fold in half, and you can do it with smaller circles. It'll just be harder and more fiddly. I found that this 2-inch is quite a good size. So fold it in half. Now I've got little bits where it didn't punch very well. I'm just going to trim off those. Fold it in half that way, and then I like to fold it in half this way. So you've got a little arc there, just so you know where you're folding to. And then you fold, so put the straight line at the top and fold up from the curved bottom along that line that you did in the middle. And the other side, like so. And then you end up with this little V shape. So when you put it together, you can leave this side up, or like I did, you can put this side up. And see how it pops up a little bit? You can play with that dimension and leave that dimension in your project, or you can apply glue. I apply glue in under here and then just in between these top ones, just to hold everything nice and flat. So either way is good. This is an origami technique, I should have said. So usually you wouldn't use glue, but it's like your project. If you want to use glue, use glue. No one's going to come and whack you with the origami mallet saying You use glue on origami. Right. So again, so I folded it in half and then I folded it in half again, then open it out once and then straight line at the top and fold up from the curved edge into that middle line. Now you might have to come and readjust as you put them together if they don't fit round in your circle. And I think, I mean, I had to do that on all of my pieces and I still didn't quite get it right. I think it's one of those things that comes with practice and working out exactly where you need to fold it to get the right amount of width in your finished tile. These are all called tiles, to make it fit nicely in your circle. And if you do them too narrow, then of course you're going to have too much space in your circle and you'll have a gap. So let's go ahead and fold all the rest of these up and see how we've done on our size. So this particular paper that I'm working with is not my favourite paper of the ones that I did. I find it quite dark, but you know, some people like that. It's very grungy sort of looking, very dark. But it's still, you know, take a little bit of it and it's interesting. Put it in some collage and it's interesting. Sometimes if you don't like the whole thing, that's fine. Tear it up, put it in something else, and suddenly it's got a whole new life. Oops, fold it the correct end would help. So who's done paper folding, tea bag folding? Has anyone given it a go before? There were lots and lots of different things you can make with it, but for this project I just wanted something that was simple and quick, because some of them are quite complex and I wasn't in the mood for complex yesterday when I was researching, reminding myself how to do tea bag folding. And there's preformed tiles that you can print off and then just cut out and fold, which are good too if you don't have a punch, or I don't know if there's circle ones, but there's definitely square ones, because back when I first started doing, or first was introduced to tea bag folding, that's what I did. I printed off a sheet of tiles that were free on the internet and did it, and I used to put them on cards. Okay, so this one of them is not quite folded up enough. I suspect it's the one I actually tried to put in, so I'm just going to take and ease it in just a little more on each side to make it narrower, and then check the fit again. And you could, if you wanted to mass make these and have them as an embellishment for a journal pocket, journal card, tag, whatever, cover, then you can just cut another circle out and glue these onto that circle, and then it's not going to fall apart or go astray, or you're going to lose a petal or something, and just have a whole bunch made up ready to pop onto any project. So there we go, just a slight adjustment there, and they now sit together really nicely. So there's a quick, brief little introduction to tea bag folding if you haven't come across it before, or if you have, maybe this is a different pattern or something, or just reminds you to get out and do some more of it, or how you might use it in your journal projects. So there we go today, short wee video. Hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you again next time. Thanks for joining me. Bye.